Hello, everybody. Jeff here from Blessings on My Journey. I'm live. It is Tuesday. Sorry, I just got to double check here. I had a long day. It's Tuesday, February the 6th, 2024. For anyone that is missing this live and they want to check it out later. And I just want to say hi to a few people. One Hope for All, she's tuned in. I was just saying to my son, Peter, I really hope Sandra is going to be tuned in tonight. Hi to a few others. Always be yourself. Rose is on. Rose, great. I'm really glad you're on, Rose. I got your email today. I'm going to talk about that. I'll talk with you later. I'll reply to you and we'll set up a time that we're going to talk. Hello, Laura. I just want to say hi to everybody. This is how it's going to go tonight. I have an hour. I'm really sorry it's late for people in Ontario. It's 10 p.m. here in Ontario. The rest of the world, I have subscribers everywhere, from Australia, the UK, China, the United States. I had someone from Norway send me a message today. So I have subscribers all over the place. So maybe the time is good for those people. It's tough for me tonight. If my best friend Dwight, Dr. Dwight, is watching, he's probably not, but he's going to give me a little bit of grief tomorrow probably, because he wants me sleeping between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So that my body's healing properly with REM sleep. And he tells me that's the best time to be sleeping. So anyways, I've had a long day. Tomorrow, I am heading into the hospital in the morning for my 39th round of chemo. Not excited about it. I never get excited about going there. And my routine is I'm there for about 4 or 5 hours, probably from about like 9 a.m. to about 1:30 p.m. And then I drive out of town to my naturopath doctor, Dr. Reed, for hypothermia. And that's my day tomorrow. So I'm only going to spend an hour on tonight, and I'm going to try to monitor the chat a little as best I can. I'm going to have my son Peter come down in a bit. I just got back. He had soccer practice out of town. We just walked in the house, and he's got homework. He's in grade 10, and he just started a new semester. He's got grade 11 chemistry. He's got grade 10 math. He's got grade 10 Italian, and I think he's got grade 10 religion. So he's got a tough semester coming up, especially with the grade 11 chemistry and the grade 10 math. So he's pretty studious. He trains hard for soccer, and he likes to study and keep up with his studies. So he's going to come down and work beside me and try to monitor the chat. I'm just looking at it. One Hope for All, I'm just scanning. Yes, Rose. Husband wants to start the carnivore diet. Yes, I'm gonna address that in a bit. What I'm gonna say, guys, is I'm gonna introduce myself for any new people listening, any new subscribers. I'll go back in the chat and take a look in a few moments. I love all my subscribers right now. I love how you're just so kind and welcoming, and you're cheering me on, and you give me hope and you give me inspiration. So I want to thank all my subscribers, all the new subscribers. I'm going to introduce myself. I have to start with my new mantra because I started that about a month and a half ago. I got told by a friend of mine I have to stop introducing myself with Jeff with cancer. So I'm Jeff, and I'm on a journey to be cancer free. That is my goal. And I know, and I think I can do it. I have a regimen that if the thumbnail for tonight's event, I'm actually just gonna swipe back for myself. The thumbnail for tonight, let me see here. This is where I need my son Peter down here because it's not swiping, Peter. Here you go. Okay, so you guys can't see it, but the thumbnail for tonight has a whole bunch of bubbles: hyperthermia, supplements, exercise, fasting, osteopath, hyperbaric, Wim Hof, naturopath, cold therapy, shutdown therapy, carnivore. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got a few more things to add in there, but I might talk about them later. But I'm going to try to address all those bubbles very briefly, and then I'm going to take questions. And I probably will address like 3 or 4 of them, and then I'll take some questions. But I'm going to start with this. My buddy Dwight just got me the hydrogen cup. Hydrogen water has a lot of healing powers, okay, for the body. So Dwight tells me I need to be drinking hydrogen water, and I've been watching the human biologist Gary Brecka. I think I'm saying this right now, Gary Brecka. I've been watching him quite a bit on YouTube. He's a human biologist, biohacker, great to listen to. I just subscribed to his channel. I think his podcast is called The Ultimate Human. I love listening to it, and he talks about the benefits of hydrogen water. So Dwight just gave me this yesterday. It was my late Christmas gift. Okay, so I'm pretty excited. It's called the H2 Smart Hydrogen Cup. I'm not, I'm just showing you this. I haven't even used it yet. I used Dwight's yesterday. He gave this to me yesterday. I went to go visit him out on the reserve, and he filled up his bottle with reverse osmosis, and then you press this button in it, and the hydrogen process starts. And it takes 3 minutes, and then your water gets hydrogenized, I guess it is. So I have reverse osmosis here. This is the Sani. I'm looking into maybe in my house getting reverse osmosis installed, but I will pour this into my brand new cup, hydrogen cup, and I'm really excited to be doing this for first time with all my subscribers. So there it is. I got my hydrogen water in there. Put the lid on tight. Okay, and then Dwight tells me you just press the button. Ooh, it turns nice funky blue. Okay, so I guess now the process is happening, and you can see some fumes coming up. It's bubbling, it's carbonating. It takes 3 minutes. So this is something I'm adding to my regimen. This is new. Okay, so hydrogen water is going to be drank by myself on a regular basis. Okay. For some healing powers. And Gary Brecka, you should check out. He's great to listen to. He's a biohacker, human biologist, great one to listen to. So in about 3 minutes, this will be ready to go. Anyways, once again, while I have this water out, I might as well drink this right now because I feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. Okay, my son Peter's coming to join in too. Peter, I just want to say, Peter, if you can open up the iPad and take a look at the chats and see if I need to pull up some important chats. Also, if you have questions, I'm going to talk about the first 3 pieces of my regimen. If you have questions after those first 3, please put QQQ. Start with QQQ for questions so Peter and myself can see that and we can address that. Anyways, I'm going to go back to introducing myself for all my new subscribers. Once again, this is Tuesday, February the 6th, 2024, and this is a live update. And I'm doing this for all my subscribers and all the new people, and they can get caught up on my journey and what I'm doing to be on a journey to being cancer-free, what I'm doing. For that. Okay. So once again, my name is Jeff De Prosperis, and this is Blessings on My Journey. Welcome to my channel. I do have stage 4 colon cancer. Okay. It was diagnosed about 22 months ago, April of 2022. I was fully diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. It's fully metastasized to my liver. I'm inoperable, incurable, terminally ill, palliative. I've been reminded of that many times by my oncologist. He's a wonderful person, my oncologist. He's just a realist, and he says it as it is. So, but I'm not going to take that to heart. I'm going to keep battling and working hard and working on my regimen as much as possible. Okay, so I've created this regimen. People keep telling me along the way that I needed to be writing a book and documenting it. And I'm documenting it in many different ways. But the best way that I was able to document this was through YouTube. And I want to give a big shout out to Carrie Mann. Carrie Mann was my first YouTube friend I've ever had. I sent him a video, a 24-hour live event. It happened about, I think it was back in September. Oh, my hydrogen cup just beeped. So it's ready for me to drink now, and the color went away, the blue. So it's a little bit foggy, but it'll clear up in a few moments, and I'll have my first sip in a few moments, and I'll give a little toast to everybody out there. But anyways, Carrie Mann showed my video on his 24-hour live carnivore event. About, I think it was in September that happened, because my father passed away September I believe my father passed away September 8th, and I had chemo start up again from a little break on September 15th, this past September. And Kerry Mann was doing a live event around that time, and he showed my live event. He showed my video I made for him. I made a video. It was supposed to be 30 seconds. It ended up being 9 minutes long. I showed that video, and he shared it with doctors, especially Dr. Anthony Shafee. And Dr. Anthony Shafee addressed me on the 24-hour live event after seeing the video. I'm not going to lie, it brought tears in my eye when I saw that, because myself and my sons have been watching Dr. Anthony Shafee for the past 22 months. So that's how that started. I want to say a big shout out to Kerry Mann, big shout out to Adam Lacey. Those are the two guys that are making a documentary. It's called Healing Humanity. And you can look that up. You can look it up from Kerry's channel. I believe there's a website too, that there's a video of me asking for 1 million signatures. Kerry's idea. We want to get 1 million signatures for everybody that's going through cancer, and they want to know that there's more to it than just chemo, radiation, and your traditional treatment. There's more you can do, especially when it comes to cancer being a metabolic disease, metabolic illness. And through Kerry, I was able to hook up with a lot of doctors that I've been following all around the world, and especially Professor Thomas Seifert. Professor Thomas Seifert is from Boston College, Boston University. I think it's Boston College what they go by, but he teaches human biology, and he has for many, many years. He's been teaching cancer biology to his students, I think probably 30 to 40 years. And he's one of the leading researchers when it comes to researching cancer, especially as a metabolic disease. So Kerry Mann hooked me up with Professor Seifert. I actually did a one-on-one with Seifert and Kerry on January 9th, just past January 9th. You can check it out on my channel. I did a roundtable with Seifert and some other cancer people a few months ago, and that one's a real good one. That's on Kerry's channel, so you can check that out. So there's a whole bunch of people I want to say hi to. Again, all my subscribers are coming in. They're popping in. Midnight Madness, QQQ. I'm gonna bring this one up. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully show. Let me see, show. Oh, QQQ. Can you tell us what you think caused your cancer? Midnight Madness. Okay. I haven't even gotten into my regimen yet. So please, hey, Midnight Madness, I'm happy with your question, but try to hold off. I'm going to say questions come in a few moments, but I'm going to address you, Midnight Madness. What I think caused my cancer. I have a video also. I think it was my second video I ever made, what I think caused my cancer. I really encourage you to check that out. I think it's lifestyle. I think it's oxidative stress. My oncologist told me that it was a fluke. I don't believe it was a fluke. Okay. I believe it was 15 to 20 years into my career as a teacher, as an educator. And by the way, I'm a high school phys ed teacher. I have been for 21 years. It's my dream job. I can talk about that later. But I think it's a lifestyle. I think, oxidative stress is caused by many things. Stress, a diet, okay, too much carbs, vitamin D deficiency, okay, and to be honest with you, I wasn't a heavy drinker, but in the summer times I would drink. I'd be off for 2.5 months. I'd be cutting the grass. I'd have 3 beers. I'd barbecue. I'd have a couple more beers. I'd have a glass of wine. We'd be doing that frequently in the summertime. And it was nice weather, and it was fun family time and friend time. But alcohol is one of them. Vitamin D is another one. Oxidative stress. Okay. And I think that's about, it might be a few more things I talked about, but basically the stress on the mitochondria, it's a metabolic disease that I think I caused, and I am learning every single day and trying to believe that I can reverse this. Okay. And I had a lot of success. So QQQ, thank you for that question by Midnight Madness. I'm going to hide that now. I'm going to bring this up because I love Sandra. Thank you so much, Sandra. I know you pray for me a lot, and cancer is a metabolic disease, which the person more than likely caused it him or herself. Absolutely. Okay. And I believe I can reverse it. Okay. So this is my goal. Anyways, getting back to I was giving shout outs, Dr. Anthony Shafee, Professor Seaford. I did a video with Professor Seaford a month ago. I recently, this is kind of new, there's a lot going on right now, actually, in terms of me getting the word out to the world to help others. Okay, I did a call with Dr. Anthony Shafee last week, a one-on-one, just him and I from his channel. Okay, so Dr. Anthony Shafee is a neurosurgeon and he practices in Australia. He's an American that practices his neurosurgery medicine in Australia. I did a one-on-one from his channel. His channel is called Plant Free MD. It's going to be coming out soon, very soon, probably in the next week, because he said it takes a couple weeks for his editor to touch it up and get the video out. So that one's really, really good. Oh, you know what? I'm sounding a little dry, so I'm going to crack this open. So cheers to everybody on here right now. This is my first sip of my hydrogen cup. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to drink mostly water. I'm fasting right now. So I stopped eating on Sunday night. And it's Tuesday night now. So I'm pretty much into a 48-hour fast. I will not eat until Friday night because I have chemo tomorrow, Wednesday, all day. I get a chemo bottle attached to me, 46-hour drip. That gets off Friday afternoon. And after that bottle gets off, that's when I eat. So Friday, late afternoon, evening. That's pretty much 5 full days that I do. And I've done every single round of chemo. And like I said, I'm on my 39th round of chemo tomorrow. So that's my fasting. I'm just going to take a quick look at I'm going to start talking with fasting. So I got on my thumbnail here. If I'm looking at the screen in the top left, top right of my face, I got fasting, hyperthermia, exercise, osteopath, and supplements. I'll talk about those first 5. So fasting is very, very important for cancer patients. It's important because your body will go into a state where your good cells will almost go around eating up your bad cells and fixing things. Okay, that's called, the term is called autophagy or autophagy. I've heard people say. Autophagy is something that your body gets into. Probably some people can hack into it at the 18-hour mark of fasting. So if you're intermittent fasting, 18 hours of fasting and 6 hours of eating, you can tap into it every day. And sometimes I do that when it's my eating week, because basically I have an eating week and I have a non-eating week. The 5 days is my non-eating week, right? So fasting is so great for the powers of autophagy. And then when you get deeper into autophagy, there's something called mitophagy that my good friend Dwight has taught me, and many of the doctors talk about it as well. Professor Seaford and Shafee, they talk about mitophagy, when the mitochondrion stops to die off, the damaged ones, and new mitochondria are made. Okay, so that's mitophagy. So it's very, very, very important to fast. Not only fasting is good for that, it's also good to get into a therapeutic state of ketosis. Okay, a therapeutic state of ketosis where your body's pumping out. Now, just before I drove my son to soccer practice tonight, I got him using the Keto Mojo. Carrie sent me the Keto Mojo. He did a glucose prick and a ketone prick, and using the strips, we measured my glucose and my ketone production. So, and by the way, the Keto Mojo was promoted by Professor Seaford, and he created a ratio. It's a GKI ratio, glucose ketone index. And he's done a lot of research with cancer patients. And the most success happens is when that ratio is 2.0 to 1.0, okay, in between there. That's a very deep state of therapeutic ketosis. Normally, tomorrow night, I'd probably be in it. Thursday and Friday, I'll be in it. Today, my son Peter, my glucose was a good low. It was about 4.4. My ketones were about 1. It averaged out to about, it was still, the ratio was still about 4.0. I got to get that down more, okay? The ratio I got to get down to about 2. And normally it's about 2, okay? Or any below is even better, okay? So that's the ratio that Professor Seaford when you're in a therapeutic state of ketosis, and the best way to get into that is fasting. It's very difficult to get into it when you're eating, even eating as a carnivore or a ketogenic diet. Okay, you can be producing ketones. You can be the fat you eat turns into ketones, and that's your energy source. You can be doing that, and probably if you're intermittent fasting, you have a little bit of ketones being made by your body, by your liver. Okay, so but the best way to really get into a therapeutic state for cancer patients is fasting. Now, I've done 5-day fasts every other week. Okay, probably done about 40 of them now. Even I did take a break last summer of chemo, and I was doing some fasting then. I did an 8-day fast. You guys followed me for that one. I was leading up to a scan. I did an 8-day fast. But I am prepared, and I think I've told you this on my last live. This is my second live, by the way. I'm going to be doing a 14-day fast, 14, maybe 21 day. I'm going to start with a 14. If I accomplish the 14, I'll be really happy. Professor Seifert has a lot of research done with the 14 to 21 day observational research through real people that have a lot of success with stage 4 cancers. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that. My thing is I need to be off chemo. Okay, so chemo is part of my regimen, and I'm on a new recipe of chemo that I started about 2 months ago. So I need to keep chopping away what I'm doing, and that's that. So I'm just scanning and looking. Peter, do you see any QQQs? No, a lot of people are writing some great comments. Thank you very much. I'm gonna move on from fasting. I'm gonna move on to hyperthermia. Okay, so hyperthermia, I have hyperbaric on there too. Two different things. Okay, hyperthermia is something I've been doing. When I started my chemo, I did 3 rounds of just chemo, no diet, no fasting, nothing. But my 4th round, so I started chemo May 2022. By like July, I got a regimen going, and I started to visit a naturopath. Okay, in Ontario, it's about 45 minutes from my hometown. It's in Kitchener, Ontario. Dr. Reed, I'm giving him a shout out because he's super awesome. He has a machine there. It's a hyperthermia machine that he purchased from Germany. Okay, mainstream in Europe, especially in Germany. This one's a local regional hyperthermia machine. Local regional meaning it's a probe. I'm lying on a water bed. I have videos on it. You can see on my channel as well. I think I've done a few with it, with me hooked up to it. The probe goes on top of my abdomen area. Okay, and it makes sure it's filled with water, and I'm on a water bed, and it's kind of like a microwave. It heats up your chemo, makes the chemo work better. So my oncologist is a big fan. Sorry, not my oncologist, my naturopath. He's a big fan on working with oncology in terms of working with chemo patients. Some naturopaths aren't like that. My naturopath, he likes to work alongside. Okay, it's integrative care. So the probe is on top of it for an hour. It's hitting my liver, it's hitting my sigmoid, my primary tumor, makes the chemo work better. Some people say it mimics a surgery called HIPEC surgery, where they take all your organs out of your body, they pour hot chemo on it, they put it back in. It's like a 13-hour surgery. It's crazy. I think actually 18 hours actually. I had one of my buddies one of my cancer buddies that I've met along the way was trying to get into that surgery and have that done. So anyways, QQQ, I'm going to bring this up. I'll take a break here. That was hyperthermia. Okay. In Germany, they have full body hyperthermia machines. Okay. So it's very important. I'm going to pull up a few QQQs. I got some. So Peter, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to help me pull up some. So Teddy Honeybunch, how you keep up with the hydration on long fasting? I did an 8-day fast, and I was so dehydrated. Do you drink electrolytes? That's a great question. Sometimes we overdo it with water. This is my honest opinion from what I've been researching, and I've been watching like tons of videos on hydration, especially Gary Brecka just recently, but Dr. Berg talks about it quite often. Dr. Berg speaks about how he thinks it's kind of a myth how our body's made up of 80% water. It's not really 80% water. It's water with electrolytes. Okay, electrolytes are a big part of our body composition, and we really rely on electrolytes. So in terms of my hydration, I'm not really like an 8 cup a day, two or three glasses. And to be honest with you, like um, if I have coffee, that's water, and I know it's a diuretic, so and it robs you of some nutrients. So whenever I have a black coffee, okay, mostly water. I haven't had a coffee since Sunday. I'm pretty much, if I got to meet someone while I'm fasting, I'll have a black coffee once in a while. But if I have a black coffee, I make sure I take a magnesium pill, because there's a lot of research when you drink coffee, it robs you of magnesium big time. So during my fast, Teddy Honey Bunch, it's a cool name, by the way. um, I drink water when I need it. Okay. But I do start taking my electrolytes probably tomorrow when I come home from chemo. Okay. Dwight wants me taking them. At first, I wasn't taking any of my supplements. Actually, to be honest with you, no, when I first started fasting, I was doing, and I still do this once in a while, I do shots of Redmond fine salt in a glass of water, Redmond fine salt, and there's something called no salt, which is potassium, and that really peps me up during my fast. Okay, so shots of that. Then I went through a time period where I wasn't taking any supplements other than those salt shots. But now Dwight wants me really taking my supplements, and I'll talk about that later, through my fast as well. I didn't yesterday, I didn't today. So tomorrow morning before I go to chemo, I think I'm probably going to take my supplements Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just because chemo really destroys your cells, all your cells, and depletes especially your vitamin Bs. Okay. And that's where the neuropathy comes in. We'll talk about that later, but hopefully I answered all your questions there. QQQ. I'm going to move on. I got Rose here. Jeff, can you tell my husband, Jeff, can you tell me if my husband has liver cancer, can take lots of supplements? His liver cancer, can he take lots of supplements, basically, what you're asking? Absolutely. With liver cancer, the one of my supplements on my list, and by the way, on my channel, everybody, I have a supplement video where I talk about all my supplements I'm taking. I've added a few more things on, but most of them are on there. And I talk about my supplement shelf too. I show you my supplement shelf. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is huge, okay, for liver, okay, for healing the liver and regenerating the liver. So milk thistle is one. You definitely can be taking supplements with liver cancer for sure, okay, because you need your body functioning properly, and all the right essential electrolytes and vitamins and minerals, especially vitamin D. Vitamin D3 is huge. I'm going to talk about supplements later, but I'm going to say yes to that. I guarantee Dr. Dwight is going to say yes to that, and many others as well. One hope for all. I'll come back to you, Rose, when I talk about supplements a little more. Will you take a break from chemo in the near future for a month or longer and just do carnivore, lion, and fasting? Great question. Absolutely. That's what I'm building towards. So I just want to expand on this right now, just quickly, while we have this up here for One Hope for All. I did 12 full months, May 2022 to May 2023. I had 5 scans. I had shrinkage on all 5 scans. My oncologist on the 4th and 5th scan was blown away. He's like, Jeff, I barely ever see this. Normally, chemo works the first scan, then the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, it goes stagnant, 5th, and then it stops working, and we got to switch chemos. Okay, so I had success. My CA went from a number of like 187. CA is a tumor marker in the colon, your primary tumor marker in the blood, going from like 187 down to like 13. And I could tell I was getting better. Okay, especially my primary tumor, the colon cancer tumor. So, and all the tumors, I probably have like, I don't even know how many, like 16 tumors on my liver. They're all shrinking. Okay, so that was huge success. I took a 3-month break, 3.5-month break. I had June, July, August, half September off. I did fast. I did carnivore, went on holidays, had keto treats here and there. My father got sick in August, was in the hospital. He died September 8th. A lot of stress there. Okay. So I don't think me being off chemo caused the problem. I think there was other things in my life last summer that maybe I could have worked harder at. I could have been a little more calm, stress-free, and I'm working on that. So moving forward, when I started back up in September, this past September, I did 3 months of the normal chemo that I was using before, full fury. And after the 3 months, 2 spots on my liver grew. Okay, a little bit. Okay, so basically that says that chemo's not working. And the oncologist switched me to faux. Faux has an ingredient, oxaliplatin, which I'm not a big fan of right now, has an ingredient in it that causes neuropathy, and it's kind of driving me nuts. So Sandra, my question is, here's the thing, what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, I've heard, I talked to a fellow from China, by the way, so I'm going to say hi, or Malaysia, I'm going to say hi to him. He should be listening tonight. If he's not, he'll tune in later. He told me he's done 40 rounds of faux, and after the 5th round, he asked his oncologist to take oxaliplatin out of the recipe. So that got me thinking. But then I'm thinking about Professor Seifrid's advice, and I'm thinking about I talked to my naturopath, because my naturopath told me oxaliplatin works well with fenbendazole, and I'll talk about fenbendazole later on because that's a new thing I've been adding to my regimen. Okay. He said there's a lot of research of oxaliplatin working well with fenbendazole, a lot of studies, okay, working really well. So then I think about Professor Seifrid, and Professor Seifrid wants me to cut my chemo at the hospital in half. So let's say I'm getting a 2-liter bag. Okay, it's not a 2-liter bag. Let's say it's a 1-liter bag. Okay, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to ask for it to be cut in half. So if it's a 1-liter bag, can I get 500 milliliters instead of 1 liter? Okay, so I'm going to be asking that tomorrow. And that might help because it'll be less oxaliplatin, might help a little bit. There's only so many rounds, I guess, you can do with oxaliplatin. I wasn't explained that. They could take that out and I can continue with faux if it's working. But if I lower the dose, what I'm getting in the hospital, and I still go home with the 5-FU, okay, I can hit it with metabolic therapy a little harder because I'm not getting as much toxicity. So that's my goal right now for tomorrow, Sandra. My next goal is, I'm probably I want to take a month off soon. Okay, 1 month, maybe longer. Okay, where I can, that's when I can do my 14-day fast and then really hit it with lion diet as well. Lion diet. Like if I'm gonna go off chemo, I gotta go lion diet because lion diet is the best. Keeps your glucose the lowest, gets you into even nutritional ketosis. Okay. So yes, Sandra, I'm gung-ho for that. Moving on. QQQ. I'm going to come back to the questions in a second. I see one from Rose recently there. I'll come back to that in a second. I just want to look at my thumbnail. Give me 1 second here. I talked about fasting. I talked about hypothermia. The next thing on there is exercise. Exercise is huge, really huge. Dr. Reed's taught me that. Dwight's taught me that. Dr. Robert Kiltz taught me that. You got to be moving. Okay. So exercise, I've been doing a lot of strength training. I was away after Christmas to get some free vitamin D. I was exercising with my boys quite a bit. Then I went away again with my wife and I was exercising quite a bit. It was great outside in the vitamin D in the sunshine. A lot of strength training, a lot of push-ups. But I just met with a good friend of mine, Ronnie Campbell. And by the way, Ronnie Campbell's my friend in my hometown. And she wrote this book, Racing for a Miracle. Okay. And Dr. Reed is the one that introduced me to Ronnie Campbell. And I've been going for coffees with her this whole journey, right from the start when I started going to Dr. Reed. And I was on like my 4th round of chemo. And that's when I met her. And when she had stage 4 colon cancer, it was in the liver, it was in the lungs, it was in momentum, it was in the lymph nodes. It was a lot worse than mine. And she's been in remission since 2020. She went from 2018 to 2020 in remission. Her biggest thing, triathlete, bike, ran, swim. Okay. As soon as she got her bottle off, she was doing that. When she had her bottle on, like me, she was walking. Can't do much with the bottle on, the chemo bottle on, but she was working hard. So cardio, she taught me. I met her this week. She said, Jeff, you got to promise me you're going to up your cardio game. I did a short the other night. It was on my treadmill. Okay. I would like to get outside, start riding the bike more. Ontario, it's a little bit cold, but I can bundle up. Okay. I'm going to up my cardio game, because my cardio game is good for my heart, and it's good to up my ketosis. Okay, I know that with some high intensity cardio. I don't even need to do long distance. I could do sprint walk, just get my heart going, elevated. So I'm going to be doing that. Sorry, I should hide the comment. Still have it up there. Exercise is very, very important. It keeps me feeling good, feeling strong. And it's even better to exercise when you're fasting, okay? Because you get even in a more deeper state of ketosis. So that's that one. By the way, guys, I know I'm talking fast here. It's 10:36. I kind of only want to be on till 11 because I got to get some good sleep, and I got to wake up in the morning, actually, 6 a.m., and drive Peter to basketball practice at my high school where I would normally be teaching. But I've been coaching. And by the way, tonight, I coached Peter's team in basketball at 4 p.m. And then we came home, fed him a carnivore dinner. I didn't eat. I went upstairs, made his dinner and went upstairs. Then I drove him to soccer practice. Now, tomorrow morning, we got 7 a.m. basketball practice, okay? And I'm going to go to that before I go to the hospital. So I want to get a good night's sleep. So I don't want to be long past 11. So I'm going to quickly, I talked about exercise, supplements. I really just think everyone needs to check out my supplement talk, okay? And if you have any questions, you can even ask it tonight or watch the video, the supplement video, and I can help you with that. And another thing, sorry, I'm talking a lot, need a drink. Dr. Peter Osborne is great. Ben Bickman is great for supplements, especially Dr. Peter Osborne. I'm pretty sure Dr. Berg is pretty good for supplements too. But those doctors you can learn a lot from, especially Peter Osborne. I want to give a big shout out to him. Dwight's got me on him, watching him, talking about the importance of all your essential vitamins and minerals and electrolytes that you need to be taking. Okay. So check out my video and watch those doctors for sure. Okay. I know Dr. Anthony Shafee says supplements, if you're on the carnivore diet or lion diet, you don't need to take supplements. You get everything from red meat. But I think as a cancer patient, you need to be taking supplements. You need to be adding everything to your game as much as possible. Okay. Especially if you're on chemo. Depletes you of everything. Okay. So supplements, watch my video. I have osteopath on there. I've been going to an osteopath since the beginning too of when I created my regimen. Osteopaths are great. They adjust your organs. He goes on my colon, he goes on my stomach, lifts my stomach up, gets on the portal vein. The portal vein brings fresh blood from the colon into the liver. Okay, so that feels really good. He works on your sinuses too. Okay, so osteopaths are great. They're not really a licensed profession, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. But my osteopath, he's half an hour away from my hometown in Hamilton, Ontario. His name's Joe. He's a great osteopath. He's been around for a long time. He's taught at universities and stuff. So osteopath is great. It was great for me in terms of digestion and getting things going. Okay, I'm just gonna take a look. Sorry, take a look here. Jeff, can you tell me? Oh, I already showed that one. Let me see here. QQQ. Here's Rose again. Is the meat to be organic? Because I think I saw a video with Dr. Berg that he said it has to be organic. Good question, Rose. First of all, from everything I've been learning from lots of doctors, red meat is the best. Ruminant animals are the best. In particular, beef. If you're eating beef, ribeye steaks are the fattiest cuts of meats. They're my favorite. All your essential vitamins and minerals are in there. Okay. I think to compete with red meat, eggs are great. Eggs are life. The yolk of an egg, it's got everything in there too. Sardines are great as well. Okay, sardines are great for all your essential vitamins and minerals. But meat, does it have to be organic? Good question. Grass-fed is great, and it actually should be grass-finished too, because a lot of farmers can claim that their cows are grass-fed, but in the last 2 weeks of their life, they fatten them up with grains and corn and stuff like that. So grass-finished is the ultimate. Dr. Anthony Shafee basically explains it the best. At the Olympics, it was the gold medal winner. The silver medal is still second best in the world. So if you're getting meat that you don't know if it's grass-fed or finished, it's still got a lot of great stuff in it. Okay. I would try your best to try higher grade meats for sure. Okay. I am talking a lot and I need to refill my bottle here. I'm going to hit that button again. Hey, Peter? Yeah, Peter's doing homework on the other side of me. Hit that button to hydronize it. Do that up good. Hit that button. So that's that. So hopefully I answered that question. Let me see here. Moving down. These comments are amazing. I'm going to read all of them later on. Sounds like the cure is around the corner. Kitty, thank you. Thank you, Kitty. That's awesome. I love all these inspirational things. I tried a piece of copper fabric, but after 3 nights, it was covered in patina from sweat. I'm not sure if that was for me, but I'll look into that a little more. My daughter sleeps on her grounding mat. Oh, Sandra, that's a good tip. Just in her cotton PJs. Okay, I'm going to check that out. Grounding mat. That would be good too. QQQ. Here's a QQQ. Have you looked into deuterium, depleted water? Dr. Shafee spoke about that. I haven't, but I will. And I'm sure Gary Brecka speaks about that as well. Depleted water. Okay, I'll check that out. Oh, I can't drink this yet. What am I doing? I got to be patient. I shouldn't have even opened that. Maybe I broke the rules. Hope I didn't break my cup. Okay. I'm going to go back to my list. Hyperbaric, cold therapy, Wim Hof, shutdown therapy, naturopath. Okay, I got to get moving here. Hyperbaric. I started before Christmas. I did 2 sessions of it. Hyperbaric oxygen treatment. You go in a tube. I think I've done a few shorts on it. 100% oxygen delivered to your cells. Your cancer cells can't survive with 100% oxygen. Okay, at a certain pressure. 2.2 is the baric pressure that I get to for 1 hour. I was there today. I was there last week, Tuesday, Thursday. So I've done 5 sessions. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go Tuesday, Thursday, my non-chemo week. Tuesday's my chemo week. So that's hyperbaric. That's new. Sorry, I got to have another sip of water because I'm talking so much and so fast. I'm so sorry, everybody. Wim Hof and cold therapy. Check out my YouTube shorts. Check out Instagram. Check out my Wim Hof instructor. On Instagram, he goes by Life Force. Breathing, Wim Hof, 30 minutes is almost like going in the hyperbaric chamber if done properly. It's almost like doing cardio. Okay, so it's very, very good, this Wim Hof breathing that I'm doing. Then I follow it by cold plunge. Cold plunge gets your body into, gets your vagus nerve working, calming down. Oh, this is ready. I'm going to drink that in a few moments. Gets your fight or flight response, training that properly, calming your vagus nerve. Cold plunge reduces inflammation as much as possible. So I'm doing that about a couple days a week. Moving quickly here. Naturopath, I talked about it, Dr. Reed. He also suggests supplements that I add into my regimen. I'm doing high-dose vitamin C. Was doing mistletoe with the vitamin C. We've eliminated that right now. I'm picking and choosing some things to eliminate. I didn't have vitamin C high dose during the summer, so I brought it back in just recently. So, but I did have it the first 12 months when I was going to them. I was doing it like once a week, high dose vitamin C. So that's my naturopath. Carnivore and shutdown. I'll talk about carnivore just quickly, and then I'm going to look at all the questions. Just give me 1 sec here. I've been carnivore for about a good 20 months. I've been diagnosed 22 months ago, but probably the first month I was normal, standard American diet. Then I got into keto, but very quickly I got into carnivore. I get stricter sometimes. Sometimes I loosen up if I'm away with the family on vacation. When I say I loosen up, I'll have like a keto ice cream, very low carb. Not good ingredients in there though, not the greatest. But I monitor my glucose. So when I do have things for a treat, I used to treat myself with like a bowl of raspberries that didn't spike my glucose. Olives don't. Some nuts, macadamia nuts, Brazil nuts, okay, good for electrolytes. But the more and more I get into carnivore, I eliminate those things. I don't eat nuts anymore, really. I don't have olives. Maybe I've had a couple olives in the past 3 months. If anything, the only treat I do once in a while are raspberries. But they're high in oxalates. So oxalates are anti-nutrients. And they can cause some problems too. So that's why I try to limit those. But I'm pretty much 95% of the time, even more carnivore. Okay, and I'm getting more and more lion diet as much as possible. Me and my sons, my 2 sons are carnivores. Peter is thriving, and Dante's doing well too. We did a video, Carnivore and Kids, with Dr. Anthony Shafee and a few other people. I did a video with Dr. Robert Kiltz where he talks about keto helps, carnivore heals. Carnivore is a huge game changer for me, big time. The biggest ones is my diet, fasting, and exercise. Those 3 are the biggest game changers. Okay, so I encourage everybody. Shutdown therapy. I did a video. Everybody was wondering where I was. I kind of disappeared from the YouTube world for a week, and I needed that. I needed to shut everything down. I had an opportunity. Sorry. I had an opportunity mainly through my lovely wife, Martha, that we were able to go away. Didn't cost us much at all. I'm very blessed that way. We went to an amazing resort, and I exercised every day in the sunshine. And I did a little video. We posted it last week. I think my son and I posted it, so you can see that, and you can see how it helped me. It really did. The vitamin D, the sunshine every single day. And I went away to Fort Lauderdale after Christmas with my family for 10 nights, and that was awesome. And I was posting stuff when I was there. But the shutdown therapy is huge. It was just great for my mind, my body, everything. I'd like to do that a few more times. I got to get through this cold Ontario winter because it really does suck living in certain parts of the world where you have limited daylight, not much daylight even during the day, like cloudy, dark, gloomy. Today was nice in Ontario. On the weekend, it was nice, Saturday and Sunday. So shutdown therapy, very important. I'm looking at the time here. I got about 11 minutes. So I'm going to take a look at the chats here. Let me see here. I'm sorry if I'm missing people. I'm going to read all your comments afterwards. Red light therapy. Red light therapy is something that heals the mitochondria. I've been getting a lot of information delivered to me through the people I'm connected with. That's something I'm looking at bringing in for sure, Sandra. So thank you. Questions come in anytime now. I'll address them. One more thing that I'm going to add to my regimen. Professor Seaford's okay with it. Dr. Reed's okay with it, my naturopath. Dr. Hampton's okay with it. Dr. Shafee's okay with it. A lot of research is on fenbendazole. Okay, so it's a parasite medicine. Cancer is not a parasite. Professor Seaford made me tell everybody that on our last video. But the parasites, they have pathways that they feed off of the same as cancer. So blocking those things is very important. So I'm kind of doing the research on fenbendazole. I took it for 9 days straight. I stopped taking it on the weekend. I took it 9 days straight. I'm going to start taking it when I get my ball off again. So I'm going to kind of experiment with myself. And I felt great. I didn't feel anything really taking it. So I'm hoping it can be a real game changer as well. So I've added that in along with red light therapy. Let's see here. Question. Jamie Frank. Brother, did you start the fenbendazole? I just answered your question. I didn't even see your question. I just answered it. I started it. I did. Yeah, I got nothing to hide. I don't know. Maybe my oncologist. I might not say anything to my oncologist tomorrow. If he wants to know, he's got to watch this video. I'm gonna try. I'm trying to not educate, but make people aware of everything I'm doing. And I normally do tell my oncologist everything, but might hold off on the fenbendazole for a bit. Let's see here. Kitty, how come you have chemo so frequently? Is that normal? Like here in our country, it's done a handful of times only. For colon cancer, stage 4, terminally ill, it's every other week. That's what it is. I know every different cancers, sometimes they go 3 weeks in a row and they get 1 week off. Some people go 1 week, 3 weeks off. Everybody's different. Every type of cancer is different. Government funding is different. That's another thing. That's tricky. You can only use a certain amount of chemo a certain amount of time. But as long as the chemo is somewhat working for me, I can be on it forever. People always ask me, how many rounds you got left? I've done 39 rounds. I got this older fellow that is at the chemo clinic with me. He's probably pushing 80, maybe 75, 80. He's done chemo for 5 years, every other week, just like me. He's on his 105th round of chemo. I think he's still on full fury. Even I've switched to full fox, but full fury worked well for me. Hopefully this full fox is going to work well for me too. Taking a look here, and here's another question. QQ, wow, impressive. What kinds of chemo are you doing? Okay, so I answered that one. I'm answering questions ahead of time there. So yeah, full fury and full fox are both line ones of chemo. I could have done full fox first and now full fury. We just started with full fury. I was happy with that because it was less toxic. I think I didn't have too many symptoms from it. Some people do get a lot of symptoms from it, but full fox is the one I'm on right now. Neuropathy. I got a scan coming up, everybody, at the end of February. So I'll do another update at the end of February, letting you guys know how I'm doing. I feel great though. Like I really do. I'm working hard. I do have the odd downtime. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little bit of aches here and there. I don't know what sometimes, like maybe I'm killing off the mitochondria. Maybe it's growing. I'm not sure. I think I'm working hard enough that it can be, I'm chopping away at it. So that's that. Let's see another question here. What is in your chemo? A bunch of poison, a bunch of toxins, things that destroy the cells. Okay. It's the biggest poison, probably. The bottom line is, and I think Sandra will attest to this one, the cancer is not going to kill me. It's going to be the chemo eventually. Okay, so Professor Seaford said, I can pulse with chemo. Pulse it with chemo, pressure with metabolic therapy. Pulse it with chemo, pressure with metabolic therapy. So I also wouldn't mind getting some of that Dawn from Professor Seaford, see if I might go down and visit him in Boston. If he's watching this video, I'm going to come see you, Professor Seaford, and maybe you can hook me up with someone that can make me up some Dawn. But because he's been preaching about that, the pressure pulse. But even if you can't get Dawn, he told me that you can pressure pulse with chemo. Okay, lower dose. And that's why tomorrow I'm going to cut it in half. You didn't put QQQ, but I think you're asking me a question. So, does the fenbendazole affect your glutamine levels? Yeah, it's supposed to suppress glutamine. I read it's supposed to suppress glucose and glutamine. It does a lot more things too. Some subscribers sent me a big list of things it does. I'm sure everybody can look it up. There's a lot of great research going on with fenbendazole, studies going on. Thank you. You look great. TD. Pressure pulse. Yes, Kitty, it is good. Okay, one hope for all. Have you watched Tammy Peterson's miracle cancer cure video? How she was cured. Watch it when you get a chance. I will. Thank you. I don't think I have. I've watched so many videos. Sometimes I might start watching and go, oh yeah, I remember watching this like a year ago. Tammy Peterson's. I'm going to take note of that. And yes, I will definitely watch that. Thanks, Sandra. Midnight Madness. Give me one sec here. How important do you think grass-fed beef versus non-grass-fed beef? I just think that grass-fed beef is 100% better. Like, yes, you're getting, because ruminant animals, they have 4 chambers in their stomach. They're getting all those natural poisons that grass has. They're eliminating all that through their 4 chambers. And by the time it turns into their muscle or fat on their body, it's pretty clean, full of great vitamins and minerals, right? And all your nutrients are in there. Your non-grass fed, they don't get as much essential vitamins and minerals from that. Okay. Then you're just getting all those horrible toxins from like the grains and corns and stuff. Then not really, it's tough. I think it's tough on the cow. On the cow, it fattens them up way too quick. Okay, so grass-fed is definitely the better way to go, and grass-finished is the ultimate. Okay, it's hard to find grass-finished. Yeah, I know. I guess I haven't watched it then, Sandra. So I doubt that you already watched it. I will watch it for sure. Tammy Peterson. Let's take a look. Any more questions? Have you watched EO Nutrition Channel for thiamine, etc.? No, I haven't. I will check that out. EO Nutrition Channel for thiamine. Thiamine's definitely an amino acid with the amine at the end of it. I will check that out. Grass finish is best, but of course more expensive. Absolutely. Sandra's right in that for sure. You got to try to find a butcher. Dwight and I, we've got a butcher that we use, and it's definitely grass fed. Not sure if it's grass finished, but it's a good price. You got to try to find a good price, because ribeyes can get pretty expensive. But you know what? You guys have seen it. I've done videos. We go to A&W, me and my boys. It's grass fed and grass finished. Okay, so some fast food joints you got to be careful with. Okay, I know there's a place in the States. We got a few of them here. I think it's called Chick-fil-A. Their chicken has got like 41 ingredients in it. Not good. Okay, so you got to be careful with stuff like that. Have you had your visceral fat checked? No. I think I'm pretty good. My osteopath can tell by feeling around. But my subcutaneous fat, my body fat composition, I had it checked last summer, and I was pretty impressed. I was like 8%, 9%, and I haven't been like that low since I was playing university soccer back in the day. Looking at the time, guys, I'm gonna have to say goodbye soon, everybody. It is 10:59. It's been wonderful. I love it seeing all the inspirational comments. I'm going to read them all. I'm going to lie in bed tonight. Actually, I can't do that because then I won't have a good night's sleep. I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I will read all the comments left here. Any questions that I missed, I'll try to address. Excuse me. I have no sip of my water. I've been talking a lot today, guys. Sorry. Tomorrow I have my 39th round of chemo, so I'm heading in. Hopefully going to cut it in half the dose. Talk to him about maybe when I remove the oxaliplatin, because the neuropathy's not the best for my body, I don't think. So everybody, I just want to thank everybody. There's a lot going on right now. Check out my coming out soon on Dr. Anthony Shafee's podcast, Plant Free MD. That'll be coming out in about a week. I hope everybody tunes in for that. Healing Humanity, please, please, please. Carrie is really doing amazing work. And he's a real good person. And I'm meeting a lot of good persons, especially in the carnivore community. Okay. Adam Lacey, even JT. JT, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Okay. I love when Carrie and JT knock on people's doors, wanting to cook them steak dinners. Healing Humanity, I know Carrie and Adam are in Tennessee right now, and they're setting up tomorrow to interview Dr. Kendi Berry. Kendi Berry is huge. He's going to be part of the Healing Humanity documentary. Check it out. We got to get the word out, everybody. I'm helping a lot of people. I get 2 or 3 emails a day, Facebook messengers a day, even in the chat on some videos. People have stage 4 cancer right now. They need help. I'm doing Zoom calls. I'm trying to address as many Zoom calls as possible. I do have a busy day with myself, treating myself all the time. So I apologize if I don't get back to people on their emails. I know Rose there. Shout out to you. I'm going to pull you up one more time. Your husband has liver cancer. It's 9 a.m. there in Wyoming. I'm going to be talking to you very soon, Rose. Okay, so I just want to say that you're someone, you know. A lot of people are reaching out to me, but the more and more we get the word out, and even directing them towards the Healing Humanity website that Carrie created, it's a good way to give people hope. I'm very blessed on what I'm going through right now in life, to be honest with you. I've turned it into a blessing, and that's why my channel is called Blessings on My Journey. I'm spending a lot of time with my sons, my wife. I'm taking care of myself. I feel like I'm in one of the best shapes of my life, even though I'm supposed to be terminally ill, dying of cancer. I could have been dead 2 years ago. So I'm doing well, everybody. I want to thank you, all the comments, all the inspirational words, all the advice. And what I really want to do, I feel like I have a calling right now, is to spread the word and help others. So please, 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 if you know someone going through cancer, or anything, it doesn't have to just be cancer. It could be mental illness, could be diabetes, could be lots of things, autoimmune diseases. Okay. Get the word out about the carnivore diet, get the word about fasting, get the word about exercise, get the word about getting sugar out of people's diets. Pass them on to me if you need to. Okay. I just want to say, I'll pull up this last comment here. Thank you, Jeff. You're so disciplined and so positive. You're a great human being. Thanks a lot, man. That brings a tear to my eye. Thank you very much. I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard for especially my 2 sons. They mean the world to me. Okay. And I'm trying hard for the human race as well, because I think Carrie said it the best. We're healing humanity. We're trying our best here. And everybody, thank you very much. I want to have a good night, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay. I'm going to be doing more of these very, very soon. Okay. Take care. Ciao.